ready for some football. Well, I hope so.
Welcome, everybody, to Motta Field at Stellos Stadium. I'm John Collins, along with Tim O'Neill, getting set for tonight's football opener. High school football in Nashua. It's the Nashua South Purple Panthers against the Timberlane Owls. And Tim, we are very thankful, first of all, that the sun has set behind the trees so that it's not shining directly into the press box here above Motta Field. It's a beautiful night for baseball.
Great night for baseball. A little humid, a little warm for football, but it should still be a pretty good game here between a couple of good teams. The Panthers, who won Division I state championship last year, and the Timberlane Owls. I think they finished number 2 in Division II in the final standings. I think they lost to Bishop Girton in the semifinals by a score of 18-8. So they were one of the runners-up. Definitely a playoff team, I think, this year.
That's Tim O'Neill. I'm John Collins. We have Mike Janes on our camera. Our executive producer tonight is Pete Johnson. We're very pleased to be back and broadcasting high school football locally here on Nashua ZTV. You can see the captains, the co-captains for both teams at midfield right now to determine who will kick off to who. The Purple Panthers sprinting onto the field, carrying the momentum from last year when there was probably the most dramatic Division I championship game in history when they beat Pinkerton 33-32 in overtime, and the same quarterback that led Nashua to that victory, that historic victory, is back and bigger and better than ever, according to our coach, Keith Farkas.
Yeah, he's going to be doing pretty well this year. He's a junior. He was only a sophomore last year, leading him to the state championship and winning it. So they got 2 more seasons with him.
You can see Keith Farkas is number 1 there with his back to us in the big pile of Purple Panthers who sprinted onto the field with tremendous enthusiasm, and rightfully so. We're going to be leaning on the Telegraph's high school football guide tonight, a fantastic pull-out section, and they obviously point out that Nashua South hopes to get back to the championship game in mid-November, which is seems like a long way away right now.
Certainly does.
Weather-wise, especially.
Oh, yes. I remember the finals last year, how cold it was on the last day, and here it's probably like in the 80s. There it was in the 20s.
Yes.
Looks like Nashua's going to be receiving, Timberlane kicking off.
Well, this crowd is still filing in, and they are in for a nice night of watching from the stands. The field looks to be bone dry.
Yep.
Although there's been talk about resurfacing here for a while now. It's
coming up on it. I think they last 10 years, and then they have to resurface. So I think we're coming up on like 8 or 9 years.
Right. So
like that.
It shouldn't be a big factor tonight because there's no moisture on the field. But we'll see what happens later in the season when the elements start to kick in. Speaking of kicking in, we have the Timberlane Owls kicking off to Nashua right now. And doing the kicking for Timberlane will be number 7, Ryan Carrigan, who is a senior, 6'1", 162 pounds. Correction, that's not Carrigan, that's number 8, Jared Diorio kicks off. And it's fielded at the hash mark at about the 10-yard line. Carrying it back is Nilson Besora, the junior wide receiver and defensive back, with about a 20-yard return. They'll spot it first and 10 at the 26-yard line for Nashua.
Nashua likes to use that spread offense with the shotgun. Farkas in the shotgun, usually they've got a back or 2 in the backfield with them. They spread 3 or 4 receivers out to either 3 to one side and 1 to the other, or 2 and 2. Looks like they're going 2 to the left and 2 to the right, with number 40, Derek Paradis, in the backfield.
Derek Paradis is lining up behind Farkas here. Now, a little bit of a confusion, it looks like, in the opening alignment. I don't know if this is going to be a flag, and it is.
Delay of game.
Delay of game. The very first penalty, which you would imagine you could draw up last night.
I think that'd be the first play would be where they're working on all practice.
Yeah.
All spring. And spring training. That's baseball. All through training camp.
Well, our sports writers are making a note in case that was a harbinger of what's to come. Hopefully, it is not at all. It'll be distant memory by the end of this one, we hope. But losing 5 yards on the delay of game. It's 1st and 15 for Nashua. Farkas fakes the handoff, flings it out to the left. A nice spin move. That's a first down and more. A gain of 20 out to the 41-yard line. Terrific fake and pass to the left by Farkas. Our receiver was wide left.
28 was it Armand McCray, I think. Well, it looks like it says there's a 29, but we don't have a 29.
Well, it's probably Darren Frost,
that's probably it.
Junior wide receiver, but a nifty move after the catch to pick up 20. There's a fly out to the right side, hit as he catches it. And there's a decent gain on that play. It was a long throw to Fredrickson with a 4-yard gain. So Timberlane celebrating the quick tackle, but that's a good first down gain yardage there for Nashua.
Very good play, very good.
So nearing midfield now, Nashua just 2 plays even after the delay of game, threatening to take it into their opponent's territory on the 3rd play from scrimmage since the start of the game. Deep ball down the left sideline, showing a strong arm there was Farkas, but unfortunately he was overthrown over the speedy Nilson Basora, the junior wideout, and it will bring up 3rd down and about 6.
They're definitely relying on Farkas's arm this year. 3 plays, 3 passes.
Our scoreboard says 3rd down. Now the down marker
3rd and 6.
Flips his card on the far sideline, and it'll be, looks like another passing situation. Almost everybody on the Nashua offense, except for the linemen, are looking to the sideline to get the play call. Coach Scott Knight trying to repeat with his Purple Panthers team as state champions. Shotgun snap. Farkas looks right and throws left, and it's in and out of the hands of Basora, the intended receiver. Incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down and 6, and Nashua will punt.
A little out of sync, it looks like. They still got to get their timing.
I bet if you had your binoculars out, you could have seen Nilsson's eyes darting up the field before he had that football.
He looked like he started to run before he got the ball.
Farkas does the punting, and it's going to spike out of bounds at about the 23-yard line is where the officials mark it. So that took about 1:15 off the clock. A lot of pass plays in the opening sequence for Nashua, and no harm done, really, for Nashua. They've advanced the ball down to the Timberlane side of the field. Let's see what they can do. Of course, this is a Division II versus Division I matchup. It's Timberlane in Division II and Nashua, the Division I defending champion. So if it went in against Nashua, it wouldn't count tremendously. But psychologically, as the defending champs against a Division II team, it turns into a must-win.
Yeah, definitely. They don't want to lose to, even though Timberlane's a good team and they've got some good players.
Rolling out to the right. And dishing it down the field, it is
Nate Lawrence rolling out.
Deflected and incomplete. Nate Lawrence is the quarterback.
Timberlane has a great running back, Derek Fury. He's returned. They thought he was going to go to a prep school. He has a chance to hit 5,000 career yards this season. He's, I think, 600 yards away from that. Last year he wound up with Derek Fury. He had 1,475 yards last season. He needs 696 yards to reach the, I think, 5,000-yard mark.
That's him in motion, number 44, but we have a motion penalty against Timberlane. It looked like somebody in the interior line took a step back before the snap, and it is illegal motion against Nashua. I'm corrected.
Interesting.
Somebody went across the line and maybe made contact and caused Timberlane to move a little bit. 5-yard penalty against Nashua, so the defense and the offense have begun with a 5-yard penalty here in the opening minutes of this one. We're in the first quarter. John Collins with Tim O'Neill on Nashua ZTV. On the near hash mark, Nate Lawrence, a junior quarterback at 5'8", 175 pounds, calling signals. Hands it off to Fury. Bounces off the line, still going, and he's tackled after a short gain. Fury showing that leg drive, but good tackling by Nashua prevents him from breaking it, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, Fury's a hard guy to bring down. He's got that downhill sort of running speed, and if he gets free, he can take it to the house. Apparently he's put on, I read somewhere, 30 pounds this offseason.
That is amazing.
So
and but, you know, growing boy, right? It's still in high school, and especially at the Division II level, he's probably running over some people or going to run over some people. He split wide to the left for the 3rd down and 4. Now motion, 2 men in motion at once. The referees now recognize it and throw the flags. Fury trying to make his way to the 1st down marker. Nashua may decline this penalty. There were 2 Timberlane Owls in motion at the same time, and that is a no-no at any level of football.
Yeah, I would think they would decline that penalty and give them a 4th down, though it's the... No, I don't think they'd go for it this early in the game. That's not quite far enough downfield.
A little bit of a conference now with the defensive captain for Nashua and tonight's officials. Let's see what they decided to do. Penalty is declined.
It is declined, so.
The punting team will come onto the field for Timberlane. The punter will end up standing here around the 15-yard line, Tim. So they're deep in their own end. Let's see what Nashua comes up with here. The return back is Nick Pulio. Is it 20 or 21?
I think it's
20. That's
20.
Nick Haskell, who was the second highest rusher last year for Nashua. Haskell's going to catch it on the fly at the 36-yard line. He makes his way back towards midfield. And his tackle, a late flag on the Nashua sideline. Let's see the officials pointing to somebody on the sideline. Almost might be unsportsmanlike conduct here from where that flag was thrown and where the official that threw the flag was looking.
Interesting.
Possibly a comment from the sideline. So let's see what happens here. The official is pointing in the wrong direction if you're a Nashua fan, and South is apparently about to be penalized here.
No, it looks like they might have picked the flag up.
No.
They picked the flag up, so whatever it was they threw it for, they decided it didn't really happen.
Our coaches up here say it was just a sideline warning. So apparently some new rules about decorum in effect here in high school football in New Hampshire. Shotgun snap. Good move by Haskell. He breaks free. He's got 5. He's got 10. He's down for a first down and more into Timberlane territory, about the 37-yard line, before he is tackled there by Ryan Carrigan, number 7 for Timberlane, but a huge gain for Haskell.
37-yard line.
A lot of players to keep track of if you're Timberlane in the backfield. A lot of movement and fakery going on by the Panthers on offense. Farkas, step and a throw. It is complete.
28.
That's Armin McCray in the slot just over the line. Good job of Farkas locating his receiver. Very little wasted effort there by Farkas. One-step drop and a fire on the shotgun snap, and Nashua moving down the field well here. Farkas back to the shotgun. Calling the signals. Looks left, throws left. Wide open, completed down the sideline. 10-5, touchdown. Nashua, just like that. Keith Farkas completing the touchdown drive.
That was to Darren Frost, it looked like.
Darren
8.
Frost, actually Matt Valcourt, number 10 on the reception.
Okay. That's right.
A flag down on the field. Did that come after the touchdown on the celebration, or let's see what the official will call here. Valcourt wide open on the left side, Tim, and just not the tight coverage that Timberlane apparently needed.
No, they gave him a little too much room. There was a defender near him, had a chance to maybe stop him and knock him out of bounds. He gave a little deke out of the way, took it right down the rest of the yard, right down the sideline into the end zone.
Farkas's footwork has been as advertised so far. Scott Knight, the Nashua coach, said that his footwork had improved in the offseason, finding more comfort back in the pocket, and obviously right there, turning this into sort of a touch football game without his receiver really being touched.
Yep.
The kick is a bullet through the uprights. Nice job there by Cameron DeCecca. So we have a 7-0 Nashua lead with just about 3.5 minutes gone in the first quarter. 8:35 to play in the first quarter of 4 here at Motta Field at Stellos Stadium. John Collins with Tim O'Neill.
Very quick drive for them. 3 plays, 48 yards. There might have been 4 plays there. Yeah, 4 plays.
And the key to me, Tim, is the comfort with which, Farkas is operating in the pocket.
Yeah, this is an experienced team. I don't know if they lost too many players last year. I think they lost one of their running backs.
We mentioned the Telegraph pullout, the high school advancer that they have today, and it shows a picture here of helmet to helmet celebrating the Division I championship game last November. Peter Gill was one of the co-captains this year, and also Marty Voorhees. He's back as a senior.
Yep.
They've got a lot of returning talent here
really
at
do.
Nashua South. They should be favored to get back and play deep into November.
The union leader has a power ranking poll. They've started it last year, and they continued it this year. Nashua South is the #1 team in the state that they have ranked.
Well, with Farkas being a year bigger and better, that should bode very well for the Nashua Purple Panthers. There were some lean times for Scott Knight and some frustrating times. I can remember 2 years ago, and on this very field, losing the championship game here, and he has certainly turned things around. That's the stick-to-itiveness that it takes to win in football, and it's bearing fruit right now for Nashua South. There's the kick down the center of the field, actually drifts to the left side. It is being run back there by Timberlane's number 23, is that? Tackled at the 45-yard line. A late flag from well behind the play. I don't know if that was piling on or what the call will be. The return man was number 20,
It's a
Nick Lawrence.
holding call on Timberlane.
A holding call, so
Bring the ball back.
that will negate decent field position for Timberlane.
Pretty good. The kickoff looked like the penalty that I think was called at the end of the play was then, it appears to have been taken off at the kickoff because they kicked off from the 25-yard line as opposed to the, was it the 35 or the 40-yard line?
Yeah, so that we believe that was excessive celebration that was tacked on on the kickoff, as you said, and that's why Timberlane was able to catch that ball and make it, but they lost it.
They won and lost it.
Yeah, the 30 ball's on the 30-yard line, 32-yard line, excuse me. Scoreboard says 33, and I think the scoreboard's right. 1st and 10, Nate Lawrence, number 10 for Timberlane, hands it up off the middle, and being driven back is Fury by a furious gang tackle by Nashua South. I'll only use that pun once.
Yeah.
Furious gang tackle.
Now
it's over with.
I can't use it
anymore.
I was trying to look at the word gang. Like, well, I don't get the pun with gang. Oh, furious. I got furious. There we go. Yeah, if they just looks like they're going to key on him for this game, and if they do that, they got a good chance of holding him back. But like I said, he's hard to bring down. He can break away. And when he can get through the line and get to the backfield, he's hard to bring down.
Lawrence checking with his eye back just before this snap. On 2nd and long, 2nd and 12, straight drop, throws it straight down the field deep, and it is underthrown and picked off by Nashua at the 39-yard line, a run back of 2 yards. It is the Panthers football, the deep ball by Lawrence, underthrown and picked off by number 44, Chris Thistle, the linebacker dropping deep. Is that what you had, Tim?
I thought it was number 12. I saw number 12, Nicholas.
Possibly was Nick Frederickson.
I think that was him.
Let's ask our Bob. Who'd you have on that interception? Frederickson, excuse me. Nice job on coverage. Nick Frederickson was covering his man like a blanket. And it was underthrown, and he was right there to pick it off. Farkas looking to the sideline for a play call. Nashua leading 7-0, gets the ball back. It was about a minute of possession for Timberlane before the turnover. In motion. Now Farkas pitches it to the man in motion. That's Haskell. He cuts and shifts, and he's past midfield. That's a gain of 9 on first down.
There.
Depends on the spot. When you're a speedy guy like Haskell, you just love to operate in open space like that, and he's just enjoying himself right now. Farkas is too. Another nice spin move. That's the first down. He only needed 1, and they get 5 or 4. Ball's at the 45-yard line of Timberlane. First down, Nashua. Another pass play for the Panthers. They could almost be described as pass happy right now.
Definitely could be. I think that was the only run that option play to Haskell was their first run.
But I'm happy to see people pass because that's my favorite part of the game.
Yeah, you don't see that very much in high school, but you're starting to see it more. And this team's pretty good at it.
Farkas is going to keep this and go right up the middle on the draw play. I think some of the coaches heard us. They said, "Oh, we're going to run a draw play. Everything's going to pass again."
This isn't being done live, so
no.
It will be a week or so before this gets on the air.
We do have the assistant coaches with us in the booth, but I flatter myself. I think they're listening to us. All right, 2nd down and 8. Farkas looking to the sideline. That's where the plays are coming from. They're being signaled in.
Signaled in with their cards they use.
2nd and 8. And flags fly at the snap of this football.
Looked like it was movement.
If you just tuned in, 6 minutes and 11 seconds remain in the first quarter. We've just gotten underway here in the first quarter of the first game of the 2009 football season. Nashua High South defending their Division I title, opening the season against Division II Timberlane, a tune-up game. It's supposed to be anyway, with Nashua South heavily favored. So the ball right in front of us here up in the booth, and Farkas again in the shotgun where he's been since the start of the game. Timberlane showing blitz. Farkas drops back to pass. He's got protection. He's got a man wide open, complete at the 35, nearly slipping a tackle. Great pass and catch that time. Again, Armin McCray in space in the right flat. Wide open, makes the catch.
It was a great play. They did pick up the first down, so it would be a pass about 13 yards on that play.
Nice tight passing game here for Nashua. Farkas with very little wasted motion.
Nope.
Calling the play from the shotgun. Man in motion is McCray. Right to left. The handoff to number 40. That's Derek Paradis. He doesn't get room, though, to run on the right side. That's one of the few times that Nashua has been stuffed on offense here.
They had a little bit of penetration there. He had to get around a Timberlane player, and that slowed him down a little bit.
So that'll bring up second and they call it 8. Ball at the Timberlane 33-yard line. Farkas looking to the sideline for the play, flirting with a delay here. Now back in the shotgun, calling signals. 3 receivers split left. He goes right, though. Throws it down the field. It's open. It's complete. Out of bounds. No catch. The official says that he caught it with at least 1 foot out of bounds. So it looked for a moment like Nick Fredrickson and Farkas had teamed up for
he was wide open.
Scoring pass, but he just, I guess, lost track of where his feet was on the field.
Must have just stepped out of bounds.
Concentrating on catching the football, which you have to do.
Which you should do, yeah.
It just drifted. So Farkas will go back to the drawing board. 3rd down and 8. Farkas fakes the handoff, throws to the receiver, cutting in towards the slot. The ball's on the carpet and recovered by Timberlane's number 9. On the spot was Matt Faia, or Faya. Well, that was unfortunate.
That's unfortunate. Was it number 5 who caught that? Nilson Basora caught the ball. Took a couple steps and had the ball stripped away from him.
Yeah, that was key. I think somebody from Timberlane got a hand on it. I don't know if it was by design, but it was a key play for the Owls, trailing 7-0.
Big turnover, and that takes some of the momentum away from Nashua South here.
Absolutely. So Nate Lawrence back to quarterback the Owls here from their own 23-yard line, 1st and 10. Lawrence is going to hand it off to Fury. Fury trying to find room down the left sideline, ducking his head, plowing ahead, and getting an extra 3 or 4 after the initial hit, showing some of that power running there, and a big gain on 1st down for the Owls.
He's got that great ability to get those few extra yards when most people think he's down. They sort of let up a little bit. He dives forward, scoots forward, and can pick up about 4 or 5 extra yards on that play.
We're at the 4-minute mark remaining in the first quarter. It'll be 2nd and a long 2 for a 1st down for Timberlane. Number 44 is a person to keep your eye on in the backfield for Timberlane right now, furthest from the camera. He's leading the blocks, though, now for the remaining back, and the speed of Nashua's defense catches up to number 29, Luke Willett, in the backfield, and that's a loss on the play.
Probably about, 4 yards on that play?
Terrific speed by the pursuit of Nashua there.
Maybe bring up a 3rd and 5.
Willett just couldn't get to the corner before he got dragged down. Despite the lead block by Fury. I think the Nashua came in the back door and made that tackle. 3rd and 6, they'll call it, from the 28-yard line of Timberlane. Man in motion right to left. Rolling out to the right. Lawrence escapes the would-be sacker, trying to find his way down the sideline. Gets tackled short of the first down. Let's see if I can give some credit to a great tackle to save. That's number 10 right there that made that play for Nashua. Matt Valcourt knocks the Timberlane quarterback out of bounds, short of the first down.
I think 44 was in on that tackle too.
Also?
Yep, Chris Thistle.
Chris Thistle also gets credit. 4th and 6 now, another punting situation for Timberlane. They have punted once already. It is a high snap, but it's fielded, just getting it away before it could have been blocked. And fair catch. Missouri gets hit. I guess they're going to rule that the Nashua player pushed.
No, there is a flag on the play.
Is there?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
There is a flag, so.
Fair catch was signaled, and no fair, says the referee.
Nope, can't interfere.
Interference against Timberlane. Timberlane coaches feel that their player was pushed into the to Haskell, but
the referees didn't see it that way. So once again, Nashua South is going to start off with good field position, close to the 50-yard line again. I think this will be their 3rd straight drive where they've been around midfield to start off. Fortunately, they weren't able to do anything with their last possession. They were driving.
Now, I'm not an expert on reading cards, but I believe that's the sit-go sign. That means go deep.
Yes.
Right?
Yep. Could be.
Right, Bob? I doubt it very much. But, you know, Farkas has been throwing the ball down the field, so you never know. I could stumble on the correct answer on the card.
Definitely.
On the card read.
And the cards could mean probably absolutely nothing.
How about that misdirection? It was a shotgun snap timing play, and it was nearly disaster for Nashua. That's a really difficult one to pull off.
They lost about
That's
5
Haskell,
yards.
who was coming left to right behind center and intercepting the shotgun snap.
Yeah.
It looked like by design.
It looked like their version of the Wildcat there.
Right, so it almost was a fumble, and instead it goes as a loss of 4, and it will be 2nd. And actually, they had a penalty, so. There's a shotgun snap. Farkas, quick throw over the middle. It's intercepted on the fly by Timberlane.
And he's got
40, 30. Only Farkas is back there, and he's going to not get him.
Oh!
What a pick and a run back for a touchdown. Ryan Lynch, number 3 for Timberlane, just stepped up playing zone, and Farkas with an errant pass right into the belly of Lynch.
And he had open sideline all the way down. The only person that had a chance to get him was Farkas, and he just outran him to the corner of the end zone.
Yeah, not only was it an unfortunately thrown pass, it was to the wrong guy. He had a lot of speed.
Yeah, he did.
For Timberlane, and he puts it in. So it's a pick 6.
They didn't take advantage of their last turnover they had, but this one, very quickly, is 6 points turning into 7 points.
I had Ryan Lynch, who is a defensive back. He's listed at 5'10", 172, and a senior. Picks off the junior quarterback. Flags fly on Timberlane's kick extra point formation.
It looks like one of their players was trying to get off the field and didn't make it.
Okay.
They had too many men on the field.
Substitute violation. I think you are right, Tim. 2:01 to play in the first quarter. So at one point, it looked like Nashua was going to march right down and go up by 14 points. Instead, we could have a tie game here depending on this conversion try, which has turned into sort of a field goal attempt now for Timberlane. Jared DiOrio with the kick forthcoming for Timberlane. It's up. And good. We're tied. 7-7. We've got a ball game here with a couple minutes to play in the first quarter.
South will be getting the ball back. And hopefully they can settle down and keep the ball for a nice sustained drive.
Well, the good thing is you get to get right back on the horse, as you said. The offense will go right back on the field after the run back, barring a run back for a touchdown.
And Nashua's defense has been pretty good.
It has. I think the time of possession here is just completely lopsided. I mean, Timberlane has been on the field very little, and Nashua's been all over the place, literally.
Yeah, I don't see Timberlane getting S. They got one first down, I think. No first downs.
No first downs yet.
So they've had 1 3-and-out.
They had an 8-yard run by Fury. It's the highlight of the game so far. And 2 highlight defensive plays. They had the stripped fumble recovery to stop a drive, and that pick 6 right there by Lynch, who went, I guess, about 70 yards.
About 70 yards. He picked it up about the 30.
Did a nice sprint past
right
everybody.
Down the sideline. He had some blockers in front of him, too.
Jared Diorio to do the kicking for Timberlane in a 7-7 game from the 40. The ball flies down the center of the field. Nilson Basora is going to field it at about the 3-yard line. He is hit at the 15 and driven back. They're going to give him the ball at the 15-yard line. So a run back at 12. Timberlane getting down the field to make the tackle and to give Nashua their worst field position of the night. 7-7 game. Let's see what Keith Farkas does operating deeper in his own zone.
The thing about this team, though, they can strike quickly, and they can very easily get down to midfield or even further on one play. Though the way things have been going, they might want to slow things up a bit.
Nashua's offensive line, very big up front, come to the football. Farkas back in the shotgun. He's got receivers split to the left and right, 2 each now in motion. Is McCray. The handoff is up the middle, and a big gain on first down. Derek Parrott is right up the gut. I think that takes to what you were saying, Tim, slowing it down maybe a little bit to the basics, and they got a big gain from a basic running play up the middle. So call it a gain of 15 solid yards for Paradis on the first down carry. It's 1st and 10 from the 30 of Nashua. Farkas in the shotgun. Man in motion, right to left. And Paradis is cut down in the backfield. Got to credit that tackle. Dan Diodati.
36, yeah.
6'2", 197-pound linebacker. He's a junior, and he was in the backfield to make a big tackle. 2nd and 8. About a minute to go here. Clock's running in the first quarter. Minute left in the first quarter. Farkas in the shotgun. Handoff up the middle, and again, a stuffed running play. Is that 36 again?
36?
Yep, 36 again.
Again. In the backfield, reading the play was Dan Diodati. So 2 straight stops by Dan Diodati playing D. Half a minute to go in the first quarter. 3rd and 8. 3rd and long for Nashua. In motion there is Armin McCray. 1-step drop, and a flutter pass is incomplete. It was intended for Basora.
Number 20 was in there with the breakup.
That's Nick Lawrence, and a terrific play by him to stop Nashua on 3rd and long. So with 20 seconds left to go in the quarter, it is a 7-7 ball game. And Nashua will punt. Farkas kicks, a flag flies right in front of the punter. And refusing to go down or out of bounds on the return there. That's the young man that just made the play on defense. Nick Lawrence is tackled at about the 31-yard line of Timberlane, but there's a flag down.
They're punting again.
The Owls have the choice, I believe, of taking it or making them punt again. And that's what the discussion is down on the field right now.
They're gonna make him punt again.
Defensive captain down there is Casey McDonald, who is a big dude. He's 6 foot, 300 pounds, offensive tackle for Timberlane, and he's not a hard guy to find for the referee when he wants to ask him if he wants to decline this or make him punt again. The answer is he'll punt again. Farkas back at his own 15 now. interesting punting formation for Nashua. They got 3 blockers 5 yards back of the football, which gives you a running start if you go through the gaps for Timberlane. Vargas gets it down the field to about the 35, so it's going to be a gain of about 5 yards for Timberlane by making them punt again. And that's the end of the first quarter.
Well, I think you can say the first quarter has belonged to Timberlane's defense, forcing 2 Nashua turnovers, turning 1 into 7 points.
So, Tim, if I told you that this game would be tied after 1 quarter, surprised?
I'd be pretty surprised. I know Timberlane's a pretty good team, but I wouldn't think they'd be tied.
Right. Well, it's all happened when Nashua's offense was on the field.
Yep.
They had the touchdown passing and the touchdown going the other way on a intercepted ball, run back by Ryan Lynch for Timberlane. And it is a 7-7 game, both teams making their extra points. Timberlane will start the second quarter on offense. They have not come up with that first down yet, though.
No,
so,
they still haven't had a first down.
It's a little disconcerting for Nashua to have given up that interception run back, but on the same time, like you said, the question is how is Timberlane going to continue to score in this game if Nashua's defense is that good?
Yeah, they just key in on Fury. They're going to have to change some things up on offense there, maybe get the ball in the air a little bit.
They'll spot it at the 37-yard line to begin the second quarter of play. This is Nashua's ETV bringing you Game 1 of the 2009 high school football season. Nashua High South defending Division I champs against Division II Timberlane. We're 7-7 after 1 period of play. Running play right up the gut to begin the second quarter, and the first series of downs in this quarter for Timberlane. Gain of 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It was Fury again right up the middle. Met by a whole host of Nashua defenders.
Fury has not been able to shake loose so far. He did have 1 play where he was hit after a gain of 4 and gained 4 more, but it's been really tough going for the running back that's known as the franchise quarterback, running back in Timberlane. Nate Lawrence calling signals. A man shuffling in motion in the backfield. Handed off to Fury, and he's got nothing. He's got maybe a half a yard. See where they spot it, but the big pile, wherever he goes, it's like Pigpen, Tim. It's a cloud of dust.
Yep.
But the dust is purple.
Yeah. A lot of those little rubber pellets that they put on these sports turf fields. He gained about 1 yard, bringing up 3rd and 7.
From the 40-yard line of Timberlane's. 40-yard line, Nate Lawrence. They go with a tight formation. They've got wide receiver right, flanker right, rolling right, and looking to throw is Lawrence. He rolls out, he throws it overhead, and that's going to be a flag.
Penalty on that play.
You could see that one coming. Leaning on the receiver was the defensive back, Derek Paradis. He just lost sight of the ball. He didn't turn his head.
He would have had an interception. He turned around.
You're absolutely right. It was underthrown. It was a flutter ball, off balance by Lawrence, but they pick up the...
But they're going to get the first down.
So, big penalty.
Yeah, it did look like, though, he had interfered before the ball got to him. So even if he had turned around and caught it, I think they would have still thrown the flag.
3rd and long. And they're going to call it 15.
So they'll give them their first down.
And puts them into Nashua territory. So this is officially the low point of the game for Nashua. They are in a tie game, and Timberlane's got the upper hand at the moment. They have the ball in Nashua territory, 1st and 10. 10.5 minutes to go in the first half of Game 1 of the season.
That's a big break right there for Timberlane.
Few mistakes, mental and physical, have put Nashua in a predicament at the moment. Lawrence calling signals. A flag flies before the snap. We are seeing some early season rust.
Yeah, definitely the first game of the year. You can tell that. I don't know if any of these teams had a chance to have any scrimmages. I don't think either one of these teams played in the big Queen City Jamboree they have in Manchester. So
just like, let's split the difference, put it in the middle of the field. Both teams made mistakes.
Yep.
And there it is, right on the midfield stripe.
They got a 15-yard penalty and lost 10. Lost 5.
And that equals 1st and 15 for Timberlane. Lawrence calling signals. He's going to hand it off to Fury, coming right, cutting in the slot, and he is downed at about the 46-yard line. His knee hit the turf. It is a gain of 4.5 yards.
It looks like he'll pick
call
up
it 5, and call it 2nd and 5 to go. So Fury.
The lost yardage.
Solid 200 pounds, rumbling around the right end and picking up 5. 10 minutes to go in the first half. Just underway in the second quarter. On the right hash, the near hash mark now, Nate Lawrence. He's got flankers split left and right, an eye back. And it is handed off to the flanker and hit right near the line of scrimmage. Good job by the right linebacker for Nashua. It may have been number 44, Chris Thistle, who delivered that stiff hit. So it'll be
to break a big play here.
3rd and 10. On the last big play, it was a rollout to the right by Lawrence and a pass interference call that gave them their first down of the night. Now let's see what they come up with here. Tight end to the right. Flankers to the right, and he rolls left. Pursuit by Nashua. Off balance throw to no one in particular. It looked like it was intended for 29 Luke Willett, but it's a difficult throw when you're right-handed to run left and fire a dart, and he was off the mark. So it's 3rd and 10. Let's see if they punt in Nashua territory.
Punt. I think they will. Yeah, Nashua's got a man back, number 20.
Oh, they're not going to get fancy here with a 7-7 tie. They're going to hope for the best here.
No, they're going to pin him back. Since their defense has been doing such a good job, it makes sense to pin them back.
The punter is Nate Lawrence, the quarterback, and he is probably going to be trying to angle this perhaps to the left side. Down the middle. I stand corrected. It's going to be a run back. Dancing at the 20, the 25 to 30. A flag flies, so watch out. Let's see, 40-yard line. A good run back for Nashua.
There was an obvious
Nick
block
Haskell.
in the back.
Block in the back?
Yep.
Nick Haskell takes it back, and you know, that's not where you want to punt it when you're...
No, I wouldn't think so. I would think they would try and get, like you said, aim it for the quarters, let it roll, corners, let it roll.
But when you punt it and then you get a penalty...
You get a block in the back, it's the same thing pretty much.
Yeah, as a coffin corner
I don't think
kick.
you can really count on that, but the way tonight's game's been going with the flags that have been flying.
Our game officials have consulted. It's a block in the back, and it will go against Nashua. Looks like they're going to mark it off from the point of the infraction.
About the 14-yard line will be starting out.
It will be 1st and 10 Panthers from their own 14-yard line.
So they started their last drive at the 15. They're now at the 14 on this one. 1st and 10. 8:56 to go in the first half. 7-7 ball game here. First game of 2009 between Division I Nashua, Division II Timberlane. Up the middle and squirting free for a good gain on first down for Armin McCray. Close to a first down on the carry.
Number 37 for Timberlane. Nick Scally was in on the tackle there.
They give McCray a gain of 9, so it'll be 2nd and 1. Farkas puts his man in motion. That's McCray into the backfield. Fakes to McCray. Hands it off to number 40, Derek Paradis, up the right side. And
first down.
First down and more. So Nashua, who passed a lot earlier, going to the running game effectively here.
1st and 10 Panthers.
No huddle for Nashua. They go right to the sideline for the play call. Everybody's in position in their formation.
They signal it in with their cards. And I think they're going to be calling a timeout,
First time out of the game, and Nashua calls it. 7:58 to go in the first half. 7-7. It's like mid-game reading I like the old huddle, Tim. You
I
know,
know,
like, you
yeah.
go in a circle.
You do not usually see this in
here's what
high
we're
school
gonna do.
football, but
And you go, consult the wrist pad.
yeah, you can see them do it too. Everybody's flipping.
Watching too much NFL, I guess.
They do have wrist pads, I think, or at least I think the quarterback does.
Yeah.
And they got the cards there, which is I've never seen anyone do that, and yet it's very successful. I mean, you talk about with the Patriots stealing signals and so forth. Right. They're not worried about anyone stealing their signals. They're holding them up. I mean, we did the Thanksgiving Day games.
Can I videotape those cards and get a card reading specialist to decipher them?
I mean, I don't think there's any way we can not get the cards on the camera
true,
here. So
I guess you could. I mean, if North wants to get this tape and get their card reading specialist,
That doesn't matter, really. It doesn't affect them in any way.
There is the handoff up the middle. Farkas ends up on his backside behind the play, but is a healthy gain again on first down for Nashua, sticking to the ground game. Dan Diodati doing most of the defensive work for Timberlane, though he got a lot of help from his friends here. It's 2nd and 5 for Nashua at the 35-yard line. Farkas, two-step drop down the right side. It's overthrown and picked off. Another interception for Timberlane, and another threat to go all the way. The 30, the 25, down the sideline, and finally down to the turf at the 12 or 11-yard line. A big run back after the interception.
Definitely some routes looked like they were ran wrong because it went right to the Timberlane defender there.
First and 10.
It was spotted at the 12-yard line. You know, I really should have liked to give. Did you see who the Timberlane interceptor was there, by any chance? Yeah.
Yeah, we missed that.
21? It was on that far sideline. And we have Luke Alper. Number 20, Nick Lawrence, who has been a factor in this game many times already, makes another big play for Timberlane. And they are threatening to go ahead here. Run left is Fury. He picks his way down the sideline, crawling and scrambling, and he is down to about the 10-yard line, so back to the line of scrimmage, +2. No, he just got back to the line of scrimmage. So
it looked like they must have gone out of bounds.
2nd and 10. They really are keyed in on Fury. He's had trouble getting any kind of space for Timberlane. 7-7 ball game. Easily in field goal range here is Timberlane, but they're looking for 6. Nate Lawrence calling signals, has receiver split wide right and near left. He'll hand it off to Fury, who bangs it up the right side of the line and is dragged down by several Purple Panthers. We could definitely see number 69 there on the end. The Dimitri Venitos, number 43, and Alan Odell among the gang tacklers for Nashua. So another short gain for Fury. It'll be 3rd and about 7. Ball is spotted at the 10. They need to get to the 2-yard line for a first down, does Timberlane. This could be 2-down territory for them, depending on what
their kicker during that extra point, he was about 25 yards away, and that looked like it could have gone for maybe 30, 40 yards. It was
it looked like it hit the high school parking lot.
It went out to the woods. It went past the net.
That's right. That was Nashua's kick that went that way. Timberlane's kick. They were both good kicks.
It was a really good kick.
Yeah, these guys have some range, these kickers. So they might be happy to take the lead by booting one through when and if they don't make here on 3rd and 7.
They do still have a chance for a first down.
Some unexpected things have happened in this game, Tim.
Yep. Three turnovers.
Not out of the question that Timberlane could convert on 3rd and 7 here. With 6:34 to go in the first half, 7-7. Nashua South, defending champions, now defending their own goal line, just about up against it. Ball on the 10-yard line. Timberlane needs to get to the 2. They're taking a timeout to discuss this big play. Their first timeout of the half. Cool breeze drifting into the press box here at Stellos Stadium. It is a beautiful night.
You've got a good crowd here.
In early September. And yes, a good crowd enjoying the weather while it lasts. Lawrence under center. Flag flies before the snap. Timberlane, their own worst enemy again at the before the snap of the football.
Bring the ball back to the 15.
So it will be, instead of 3rd and 7, it'll be 3rd and 12. Ball is spotted at the 15-yard line. So they'll probably go with the same play, whatever they designed, because it was 3rd and long, basically. They did not give away the play. There's just the formation. Lawrence is under center again. He's got 2 receivers split left. And he is going to roll left. Pursued from the backside and in front. Off-balance throw is underthrown. Ball's up for grabs, and it is touchdown, Timberlane.
Oh, my God.
Fingertip grab, getting it off the turf.
Just the way they drew it up, I imagine.
Oh, this is like a touch football game gone awry for Nashua.
Impressive, yeah.
A deflected touchdown pass lands in the hands of Timberlane's deep man.
Picked off by.
I didn't see who.
I'd bring my binoculars to the next game, Tim. That's the shadows wreak havoc with the eyeballs. Thank you. Kevin Baker, the Timberlane coaches, tell us with the spectacular reception off the turf. 13-7, Timberlane leads it going for the extra point. High snap is handled, and it's booted through. Credit the kicker there and the holder with converting that one. That was Kevin Baker, who also terrific hands on the touchdown grab, and also terrific hands on the hold of the extra point there.
Was that a botched snap too?
Yeah, it was a high snap, and he did a terrific job.
And the kick split the upright, so it didn't affect the kicker at all.
He's got some stickum on those fingers.
This is definitely a surprise here.
14-7, Timberlane leads Nashua.
2 turnovers have led to 14 points for Timberlane.
They have made the most of their opportunities.
They certainly have.
6:25 to go in the first half. So Nashua struggling to find some rhythm. They went with a lot of passes earlier in the game.
They did.
Then they went with a lot of runs there, but then when they went to the pass
again, they were
another interception.
They're throwing right to the Timberlane players.
So unfortunately, although Keith Farkas looks comfortable, the accuracy failed him on 2 occasions, and both of them ended up being big plays for Timberlane, run backs.
And they were long
for touchdowns,
passes, too.
basically.
The short passes that he made completions on were the ones that were earlier in the game. When he started to go downfield, that's when he's having problems. It looks like the Nashua players aren't running their routes quite the way they want them to.
I'll tell you, though, that was an off-balance throw that Lawrence made there to end up in Kevin Baker's fingertips on the deflection. Besora now from the 5, he goes to about the 25. He's still on his feet. He gets out of bounds, tiptoeing down there. Good run back out of what looked like wasn't going to be much. And instead, it's a decent field position for Nashua. They'll spot it at the...
Now you got to wonder what Nashua wants to do. They want to continue the way they're going.
Yeah.
Or do they want to change things up? And I would think this is the first game of the year. You might want to keep trying what you're doing and try and correct the mistakes you're making rather than change things around. They definitely have a chance to make some big plays.
Well, they have the talent.
They do.
Just need the execution. McCray trying to find his way through the left tackle, left guard slot. There's nothing there. And Timberlane stuffs it on first down. They'll call it a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd and 9. 6 minutes even to go in the first half. 14-7. Timberlane leads Nashua in the first game of the season. So far, not as Scott Knight and the Panthers drew it up, but there's a lot of football left to be played. Farkas, handoff. Up the middle, burst through the line, and a first down carry for Derek Paradis. That play has yielded fruit so far tonight. Paradis right up the middle. Maybe Timberlane overprotecting on pass plays have left that middle open for Paradis. Another big first down carry for a first down. 1st and 10, ball spotted at the 36-yard line.
That was a 10-yard run for Paradis.
5.5 minutes to go in the first half. Farkas checking the sideline for the play. He's got it. Little nervous footwork now as he gets close to a delay of game penalty. Man in motion is McCray. Handoff is Paradis. He's hit near the line of scrimmage and driven back. It will be a loss of 1 on the play. And call it 3rd and 10.
Well, it was the first down there, so it's going to be 2nd and 11.
Loss on the play. We'll call it 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11. Ball spotted at the 35. Farkas in the shotgun. In motion, McCray. Gets the handoff. McCray coming left, trying to turn the corner. Can't
do it.
Pulled to the turf. Numbers 21 and 3 on the tackle. Ryan Lynch, who had that big interception for a touchdown, and Lucas Alper. The 2 tacklers for Timberlane who prevent McCray from turning the corner. So we have a 3rd and long here, Tim.
Another one.
An obvious passing situation for Farkas, who is dropping back on the near hash mark. He's got receivers split left and right, 2 each. McCray in motion. Fake handoff to him. He's going to block for Farkas. Cutting in a complete pass down the field. Great execution that time for Nashua. That's Nick Fredrickson, the senior wide receiver, and a pass that time right on the money, Tim O'Neill.
Great pass. To be about, I didn't see where that's the 25-yard gain.
It looks easy when they do it like that, but they've had a couple interceptions that led to touchdowns for Timberlane. A quick hitter out to the side. That's Armin McCray with a nifty move. He's at the 30, he's at the 20, and he's out of bounds. They'll bring it back, but it's a first down, I believe. If they spot it at the 25, that would move the chains, and it does. McCray with a nifty quick hitter from Farkas. Ball we spotted at the 25
what they were
exactly.
doing earlier. They were doing those quick passes to the out man.
First
and they were
and
gaining
10.
yards, and now that they went back to it, and they're going to do it again.
Trying to tie this up before the half. 3.5 minutes to go. The handoff is to Derek Paradis up the right tackle area. He gets maybe 3 or 4. Good healthy first down carry for Nashua. Now they seem to be finding that balance. First passes and the running game. Trailing by 7. In the waning minutes of the first half here. Quick play call. Shotgun. There's a flag flying. Looks like Haskell is free on the left side. Nifty footwork. He refusing to go down, and he gains near a first down, but it may come back.
I think it's coming back. Probably illegal motion. Illegal shift.
Illegal shift. Shift against the Panthers.
That'll take that play back.
That's a new one to me, illegal shift.
Yeah.
The word shift is used in hockey a lot.
Yeah.
But maybe it was the the interior linemen are not allowed to shuffle a little bit.
That could be it, yeah.
Before. So that'll bring up 2nd and 11. 3:15 to go. The clock is running here in the first half. 3:15 to go in the first half. And the pause to check the cards on the left side to get the play call. Farkas dropping back into the shotgun. Looking left, throwing over the head of the intended receiver, Nick Haskell, who was cutting into the left slot.
A little high.
If I may critique a little bit, I think Keith may have thrown that one off his back foot just a little bit too much.
Like it.
Sort of like in baseball when you got to bend the back to get the ball lower in the zone. I think he kind of left his body up high, and the ball ended up high. Did not follow through on that one.
No,
3rd and 11. Farkas back into the shotgun. One of his 4 receivers comes in motion as a blocker. Farkas is going up towards the line himself, keeping it, stumbling forward and falling near the 15, but well shy of the first down. And they may go for it in this situation. 4th and about 5. Oh, wait, actually, that was the first down stripe that he was close to, so I stand corrected.
4th and short. They still may go for it.
4th and 1.
And they're going to call a timeout to talk it over.
Yes.
I would think they would go for it. I don't know if their kicker could make it from That would be that they're at the 16-yard line. That would be about a 35-yard field goal.
With all the offensive weapons that Nashua has, I'm sure they're going to go for this. 4th and 1.
Yeah, 1 yard. They can pick up 1 yard pretty easily.
Deep in the Owls' territory. It would seem that Farkas had gotten sure footing from the beginning coming out of the backfield, that his momentum would have taken him, but he would
have been able to cut in a little quicker.
It was a fight to stay upright from the get-go for Farkas right there. And so Nashua has talked it over, and they are coming back onto the field, I imagine, with the play securely called and no reason to look into the cards.
Well, the cards are coming up.
We'll see. They're out. They're coming out anyway.
Yeah. No, just one was going back down.
It's like the fake signs from the third base coach after you know the play.
Well, they've got a lot of options. They only need 1 yard for the first down, but they could try for a touchdown.
Farkas in the shotgun as two receivers split wide to the right. Derek Paradis in the backfield is going to act as a blocker. Up the middle, it's a first down and more. Flung to the turf, but not before he gets the first down yardage and much more for Keith Farkas down near the 5-yard line. That'll move the chains with 2:20 to go in the first half. 14-7 Timberlane leads it, but Nashua definitely threatening to tie it up here.
Put a nice drive together here.
Farkas quickly back into the shotgun. A quick hitter over the middle. Touchdown, Haskell, who was wide open in the right slot. One step drop. Farkas with the dart, and that would appear to be open all day. Some accuracy there from Haskell. Farkas bears fruit to Haskell, and we have a touchdown for Nashua. The extra point could tie it. Nifty spin move by Haskell after he made the catch.
Yeah.
It appeared that the Timberlane defender went for the interception.
He did, yep. Once again, which has not been such a bad idea.
Considering what's happened tonight, going for the interceptions paid off twice, but not that time. Doing the kicking is Cameron DeCheca, and it is through. Tie ball game, 14-14. 2 minutes, 13 seconds left to go in the first half, and it is a tie ball game, 14-14.
Nice 12-play, 75-yard drive for Nashua South.
Yes.
To tie the game up. Farkas' second touchdown pass of the game. So he's got 2 interceptions and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. Well, this has been all Nashua offense, whether we're talking watching the Timberlane run it back. Yeah, and so you would imagine Timberlane's defense is going to be gassed at halftime. I don't know if they can
that was a long drive.
Yeah, regenerate their energy at halftime, but they've been out on the field a lot. Yep. So is Nashua's offense, obviously, but I would think it takes more energy to play defense, I think.
You're reacting, yeah.
Yeah.
You're going, a lot of times moving backwards.
Meanwhile, a thoroughly rested, most of Timberlane's offense, anyway, anybody that doesn't play two ways, their offense has had quite a while to sit on the sidelines while all this went on. There's the up
Short
man.
Kick.
Down the left sideline and hit at about the 45 is Matt Faya, but not before he gets a big run back.
Good run back.
And puts them in position to maybe make a run here. A 2-minute offense, literally, for Timberlane now on the field. 2:06 to go.
They haven't thrown the ball a lot. You wonder if they'll try and do that at the end of the half here, or if they'll continue to go with handing the ball off to Fury. Though Fury can catch the ball.
Tell you that last pass play.
Yeah.
It's still funny to me that not only that Nate Lawrence was able to get rid of the ball. He got knocked to the turf, and he had no idea where it went after he let go of it. It ends up in Kevin Baker's fingertips on a deflection for a touchdown. Now Lawrence is in a screen pass left, and he throws it away. It was intended for Fury.
He had pressure on him, and he had to get rid of it pretty quickly. Didn't really have a chance to set. It does look like they're going to start to try and throw the ball a little bit, even just screen passes. Try and get it to Fury on the outside and let his speed and power get him downfield.
Nate Lawrence calling the signals for Timberlane. Under center. And we have some motion, some movement. Looks like the left tackle is going to claim that he was encroached, but I don't know if that's going to fly. Offside. Legal procedure against Timberlane. Casey McDonald, I think, was the offensive tackle that was pleading his case. 6 feet, 294 pounds on the left side of the line for Timberlane. So they will start 2nd and 15 here. Exactly 2 minutes to go in the first half. A 14-14 ball game. Over the middle, underthrown, and was it picked off? It looked like it was.
No, it hit the ground.
Good try there by number 12, Nick Fredrickson, coming up. He had the best chance to catch that low thrown ball from Lawrence, and that will bring up 3rd and 15.
Had that pass been a little higher, he would have been able to pick it off.
That's a good comment up here in the booth. The only person that could have caught that was Jacoby Ellsbury.
And then he would have stole home.
In center field and running forward and diving for it, taking it off the turf. I don't know, I think Kevin Baker might have caught that too. Rolling back and a big sack. Well, that's the one they didn't get the other time when it was down in their own end and Timberlane converted with a deflected pass for a touchdown. Spectacular job by the Nashua pursuit right there.
And Nashua's calling a timeout.
This is their 3rd and the final timeout.
So was that Nick Haskell with the sack, number 20?
I didn't see.
If ever there was a punting situation, 4th and 25 for Timberlane. 1:46 to go in the first half.
And provided there's no penalties, Nashua will get good field position for the final minute and 40 so odd seconds left in the game.
You know, it strikes me that I said earlier that passing is my favorite part of the game, and it stops the clock a lot, though.
It does. It slows things down a lot.
Tom King is very clock conscious. He would have been budget conscious of his time, and he said, John,
he's got deadlines.
Careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
Here's a high snap and a punt down the field. It's going to be fielded on the fly. Haskell, right at the midfield stripe. He falls over it and just into Timberlane territory. So Nashua, with all their weapons, they definitely have enough time to put up some points here with 1:39 to go in the first half. And 1st and 10, just inside Timberlane territory.
And they seem to have found the right types of plays to be calling now. The receivers have their timing routes with the quarterback, Farkas, a little better than they had earlier in the game.
Yeah, on those interceptions, you don't know, unless you're really on the inside, who maybe a receiver blew a route, did somebody go out when they should have went in, etc. Here's a pass from Farkas as he is hit down the left sideline, and a nice try, but just too far out of bounds for Matt Valcourt to pull that in. I'll tell you, Farkas paid the price on this end as he let go of it.
Yeah, the interceptions definitely looked at the passes were being thrown to an area of the field. There was only a Timberland player there. And they were thrown hard and pretty much with confidence. So you have to think, at least I have to think, or I do think that
you laid at Farkas's doorstep then.
Well, no, I just think it's the first game of the year and the receivers and the quarterback just aren't quite on the right page yet.
There's McCray in the flat. That was actually looked like a lateral. It was sideways pass, and he gets not much after the catch.
It's definitely timing.
Faye and Nick Scally on the tackle for Timberlane, and just about no gain. So it'll be 3rd and 9. Clock is running now. It's basically a running play, it was considered. Farkas looked for a second like he was actually going to take a snap from center. But he puts that shotgun distance between him and the center, and flag flies. Now, I thought I saw a Timberlane guy put his hand on one of the offensive linemen, but let's see what the call is. Illegal procedure against Nashua. So that was not the case. Nashua was offside. And that'll make a third down conversion more difficult here with 53 seconds left to go in the first half. Nashua, who got the ball just on the Timberlane side of the midfield stripe, has lost 5 yards here by penalties, and they have a long way to go. A 3rd and 14 now. Farkas shotgun, back, 3-step drop to his right, dumps it off. Derek Parrott is trying to find some room and can't. He is downed after a gain of maybe 2, and it will be 4th down and 13. So not a tough decision here for Scott Knight to punt with. They might even be able to let it run down to nothing.
They'll probably just let time. I would let time go down since there's 10 seconds left. They're just going to let the
6 seconds now. 5
away and end the half.
And it looks like they don't have to run a play. No. That will be it. At halftime, we have a tie game. We have bad news for the Nashua South team in that they're playing a Division II team and coming off a Division I championship, and they expected to be ahead, Tim. But good news for us and our viewers on Nashua TV, because we got a ball game.
We do have a ball game. The momentum is in Nashua South's favor, and I think when they come back in the second half, they're going to be fully in control.
I'm John Collins along with Tim O'Neill. You're watching Nashua's ETV. Our executive producer is Pete Johnson. We are at halftime of Game 1 of the 2009 high school football season at Motta Field at Stellos Stadium. When we come back, the score will be Nashua High South 14, the Timberlane Owls from Plasto 14. It's a tie game. Welcome back, everybody, to Nashua's ETV broadcast of Game 1 of the New Hampshire high school football season. Nashua High South against Timberlane. It is a Division I versus Division II matchup, but you would not know from the score. John Collins with Tim O'Neill. It's 14-14 as we enter the second half of play. Tim, what happened?
Well, definitely 2 turnovers from Timberlane kept them in the game. An interception return from Ryan Lynch, 70 yards, gave them their first score. Then they had an interception which then led to a 15-yard touchdown pass from Nate Lawrence to Kevin Baker, which was tipped and went into Kevin Baker's hands. Nashua South scored a couple times on 2 Farkas passes, 29-yard pass from I can't read my writing here, Darren Frost,
yep,
and a 7-yarder to Nick Haskell to tie the game up with about 2 minutes left to go. An interesting stat, though, even though it's a 14-14 game, Nashua South has 195 yards on offense to Timberlane's 21 yards.
Wow.
So definitely it was Timberlane's defense that is keeping them in the game. Whether or not they'll be able to hold up for the whole second half, I don't know. I don't think they can.
Well, we have 24 minutes of football remaining as the Timberlane Owls will be receiving here to begin the second half. Nashua received to begin the ball game, so the Owls have a chance to get the go-ahead score, Tim, if they can come back. And we'll look at the schedule here. Nashua North is going to open tomorrow as we record this at this same field against Merrimack. It's scheduled to be another beautiful day here in early September. And Bishop Girton, of course, has their big clash of titans tomorrow at Pinkerton.
That's going to be a very good game.
You folks have the luxury of knowing how those games turned out.
We don't.
As we record this. But you know what? This is as we said before, psychologically, it comes down to a must-win for the defending Division I champs, Nashua South. And they have a half of football to prove who's the better team right here. Is a low liner that's going to find its way down and stay inbounds. So it turns into a good kick for Nashua at the 5-yard line, and wrapped up and down there was number 20 of Timberlane on the run back, Nick Lawrence.
It looked like
whose dad I just talked to. A very interesting conversation with Dan Lawrence, who's the father of the quarterback and cornerback. They're both juniors. They're twins, Nick and Nate Lawrence. Nate is the quarterback, who you'll see right here, number 10, who has thrown a touchdown pass tonight. Nick Lawrence had a terrific big interception that he ran back near the Nashua goal line that they converted just before that tip pass catch from Nate Lawrence to Kevin Baker. So the Lawrence brothers have figured largely here in this 14-14 game. Nate calling the signals will hand it off up the middle. And Fury with a gain, let's see what they spotted.
3 or 4 yards. They started from about the 10-yard line, the 11-yard line, according to the scoreboard.
A penalty marred first half, Tim.
Definitely. The first game jitters. A lot of mistakes, a lot of jumping off sides. There haven't been too many really hurtful penalties, I don't think. Just sloppy play. Timberlane's going to have to do something other than just keep handing the ball to Fury, because that's what Nashua South is looking for, and they're able to stop him.
Lawrence calling signals, is going to hand it off to Fury, and he is gang tackled. So maybe they'll listen to you on the next play, Tim.
Maybe. I don't think they're going to have to, but
that was right, though. They, before this game started, obviously the franchise running back, you're going to key on him, know where he is at all times.
Yep.
2 people, maybe 3 people are assigned to him on every play. It's going to get tough for him to get loose unless they find some other answers on offense.
You got to spread the offense out a little bit. I mean, he is a type of back that can break tackles, can get through to the outside and get downfield pretty quickly. But if you can't do anything else, you're not going to get too far with Nashua South here.
So it is 3rd down and 7 for Timberlane. Rolling to his left, pulling up and throwing over the head of the intended receiver, Fury, who was open. Interestingly, Timmy was open in the left flat, but it was overthrown by Nate Lawrence, and it will bring up 4th and long.
It looked like it went through his hands there. He was open, and that would have been a good, if he'd been able to make that catch, you'd be able to see what he can do in the open field. He probably would have been able to pick up some decent yards after the catch. But we'll never actually see that because
we don't have the benefit of replay. I had the ball sailing over his head. You thought it went through his hands.
It's hard to say from where we are.
But the net result is a punting situation for Timberlane. And booming it down the field, Nate Lawrence on the punt. And a nifty return here by Haskell. He gets it back almost to the 30-yard line. They'll mark it at the 36. 1st and 10 for Nashua. Great field position.
See, that's the thing for Nashua South. They're getting that field position game.
Yeah. So seems like no accident that Nashua's got a good start to a half when their defense is on the field first. The defense has been excellent tonight.
I don't think Timberlane has got a first down. The only first down I think they
pass interference
was interference. Yep.
Right.
They haven't got a first down from regular scrimmage plays at all.
And Farkas, who has been in the shotgun all night, will start off in the shotgun for the first play on offense here in the second half. He pitches it to Paradis, who's wide right. He cuts it up near first down yardage. He's down toward the 25-yard line where he needed to get for the first down. They're going to spot it at the 27, it looks like. Make that, the 27-yard line, and they'll call it 2nd and 1. Gain of 9 on the play for Paradis on the pitch from Farkas. He hands it off to Paradis again up the middle. He's got the first down and more. He's down to the 20-yard line, or the 21, where they will mark it 1st and 10. Nashua quickly righting the ship here in the second half. 14-14 ball game.
They're keeping to their game plan.
It's Armin McCray in motion. He gets the handoff. He's up the middle. He's hit by 2 or 3 Timberlane Owls in the backfield. He stumbles forward to the line of scrimmage. And it will be no gain on first down. Maybe a half yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. Head coaches for the Owls is Kevin Fitzgerald. The head coach for Nashua, Scott Knight. Dropping the football, Paradis.
Again,
really wasn't anybody around him.
No, he would have broken pretty free. It looked like he was looking downfield before he had the ball firmly in his hands.
Assistant coaches for Nashua High South, Al Neville, the fixture. The defensive line, Ray DeRusha, Kip Jackson, Nick Audley, Paul Wessinger, Matt Froman. Head trainer Jerry Holland and assistants from Bill Kloss. Farkas, 2-step drop over the middle, overthrown. Any flags?
Yes.
Flag, yep. The Timberlane defender had a little bit too much of, I believe it was McCray's uniform down the middle.
Looked like it.
Or is that Besora? It was McCray down the middle. He was trying to hit him with the post pattern, and it was there was a reason why the ball was so overthrown.
Yeah,
because
he was being held, it looked like.
Yeah, he was wearing a backpack by the name of a Timberlane Owl, who will remain nameless because I didn't catch the number. But it's a penalty, a big one against the Owls. It'll move the chains. First down.
First down.
They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. The ball's at the 14, 1st and 10. Farkas again does that thing where he pretends like he's going to take it from center and then steps back in the shotgun. I don't know why he even bothers. Gets hit, and that is a terrific defensive play. Penetration.
Number 37 on the tackle.
Number 37 is Nick Scally with a terrific job of penetration and putting away Farkas to throw him for a 4-yard loss. 2nd and 14, ball at the 18. 8:70. I was going to say 8:70 to go. The clock is it's messed up on that end. It's 8:10 is the correct time to go in the third quarter. Handoff to Haskell. He has tripped up in the backfield. 2 great defensive plays in a row by the Timberlane Owls when they desperately needed them most. In a tie ball game, Nashua looked to be comfortably driving, and suddenly Timberlane, with 2 big defensive plays, have thrown Nashua for a loss on consecutive downs, and it's going to be 3rd and 17 to go. Ball on the 21-yard line. So Nashua suddenly going in the wrong direction, courtesy of defensive penetration by the Owls. There's a quick hitter to Basora. He's knocked to the turf on a hard hit, and slow to get up is the tackler on that play. Number 37, Nick Scally, with another terrific defensive play, but he paid the price on that tackle.
Nashua South looks like, well, they were going to go for it. Now, I don't know if they're kicking a field goal, but they must be. They wouldn't really want to do a punt.
Yes, they are, Tim. They're going for a field goal. It'll be a 32-yarder.
I'm going out on a limb here, but
Cameron DeCheck has got a good foot.
I wouldn't be surprised if they try to fake. Well,
they're going to go for it, and it's not going to be close. I don't know if it was deflected, but DeCheck didn't get a good boot on it.
Looked like it might have been tipped.
Looks like he's blaming himself, whatever happened, but it is no good, and it is still a tie ball game. So we've got to credit Timberlane's defense there.
Good defense there. They had some good penetration on the first 2 downs of that. After that first down after the interference, they got in there, put a sack down on Farkas, and then another good penetration for another 2-yard loss. Gives them a first down.
Nick Scally, the defensive star of that series for the Owls. Penetration and then the stop on Basora on the quick hitting pass there. He could have easily run for the first down if Scally wasn't right there on the spot with the hard hit that shook up both the receiver and the tackler. Whistle here before the snap. Timberlane on offense for the 2nd time in this half. 6:54 to go in the third quarter. A momentary timeout. Now they're going to whistle it back into play. Ball's on the 20. 1st and 10 for the Owls. Under center. Lawrence is going to hand off to Fury. Trying to get loose on the left side and tackled after a gain of 5 on the play, or close to it.
He seems to be doing his best going around trying to turn the corner, get to the outside. When he goes up the middle, South's linemen are able to plug up any of the holes and they can pretty much stop him. But if he can get to the outside, he seems to be doing a little better.
The tackling for Nashua appears to have been excellent so far. Fury really hasn't shaken free. 2nd and 6, call it, at the 25. Lawrence is going to hand it off to Fury. He's got 29. It's not Fury, it's number 29, and that is Luke Willett. He's very close to a first down. And they're going to call it a first down for the Owls. They move the chains. So there's that legitimate first down you were looking for, Tim.
Yeah, coming with 6:10 left in the third quarter of a 14-14 tie.
That's the key. You know, it's taken them this long to get a first down, and they're still in a tie ball game. So that's lucky for the Owls, but they are on the move right now. It's 1st and 10 from the 30. Lawrence will hand it off to Fury. He disappears in a cloud of purple, and it is a short gainer. We'll call it 1, 2nd and 9.
Timberlane's line just is not moving South's defensive line off the line of scrimmage there.
No, they've been solid. It was interesting that last play that went to Luke Willett was very successful to get that first down. You'd think they might start to go to him a little bit more and use Fury as a decoy.
Fury's alone in the backfield. Oh, no, he's not alone in the backfield. They got an eye formation.
Willett's up front blocking as the fullback. They're going to give it to Fury. And he is in a rugby scrum, trying to get 2, maybe 3 at the most. They spot it at the 35, a gain of 3. It'll be 3rd and 6. So a 3rd down play and a big one here for Timberlane in the tie ball game with just under 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Play 12-minute quarters in high school football. It means there's about 17 minutes to go in the game, and we're deadlocked, 14 all. This is a ball game. Lawrence, who's come up with a couple of big plays on 3rd down so far tonight, a touchdown pass and a pass interference call. He's going to roll right. He's got some heavy pursuit from the backside. He slips up and is going to run it. It's going to be taken down just short of the first down. Trying to figure out who was that pressure was put on from the backside there, but that was the big play. It was a backside pass rush for Nashua to flush forward Nate Lawrence before he could make a play. He almost ran for it, but he fell 2 yards shy of the first down.
He did a good job getting some extra yards there when they had him pretty much pinned in the backfield.
Yep.
Gives them a little more room for their. Are they going to punt here?
I would imagine so. They're not going to flirt with disaster.
Nobody for Nashua South has gone back.
Lawrence is their punter and also their quarterback.
Oh, there's an injured player down. Number 44 is hurt. So he's coming out.
Being helped off the field is Chris Thistle, the junior linebacker. Appeared to get some sort of maybe ankle problem there. Interesting talking to Nate Lawrence, Nick Lawrence's dad, Dan, at halftime. He told me that Nick, who was the defensive back, injured his ankle in wrestling and just came back to the football field this week, and he's starting and he's a factor. So toughing it out and making a big play, a big interception earlier in this game. Nick Lawrence, despite just coming back from an ankle injury. Meanwhile, his brother's been punting and quarterbacking his team to a tie game thus far. He gets the punt away. It is going to come down, and trying to stay away from it is Nashua, and it gets a neutral bounce. Ryan Lynch will pick it up, number 3, down at the 33-yard line of Nashua. So it's still got a stalemate going on here, Tim.
I thought the way Nashua was moving the ball to start the half, they probably would be able to get some points on the board, but Timberlane's defense steps up again.
4:01 to go in the 3rd quarter, and Nashua back on offense. They stalled out at about the 20-yard line of Timberlane the last time they had the ball because of 2 great defensive plays.
Actually,
3 great defensive plays in a row.
Yeah. They got down to the 10 and then were driven back to the 20.
By Timberlane. Farkas is going to pitch it. That is Armin McCray. Shifty move down the right side, and he gets about 5 on the first down carry. They will mark it at the 38-yard line, and it'll be 2nd and 5. A 5-yard gain for Armin McCray on the pitch right from Farkas. Nashua spending less time getting the play call. They might be getting the hang of these card readings here. Farkas is going to throw left. That's Haskell. He's got it. He's at the 45. He's at the 50. Haskell trying to break free the 40. Down the left sideline. He's going to be dragged, pushed out from behind, but a big gainer. One of the biggest of the night for South. And they will go deep into Timberlane territory.
Big gain on the play. It'll be 1st and 10.
Scally.
That's a 24-yard pass right there.
Terrific.
All pretty much coming after. The pass went to Haskell on the side there, and he did it all with his legs.
So I think that was more like a 30-yarder there, Tim, but we'll do the math later. There's Basora cutting into the middle, and he's dragged down from behind. That is a first down. The tackle is made by number 20, Nick Lawrence, but not before Basura cutting into the right flat, makes the catch for the first down and more. That was the play that Timberlane was called for pass interference the last time Nashua had the ball. And just after that interference call was made, that's when Timberlane came up with 3 straight big defensive stops. Let's see what happens this time.
Yep.
Ball's on the 11-yard line. It's possible for Nashua to get a first down 1 yard shy of the end zone. Handoff to Haskell up the middle, and he is hit, spins. Not much on that play. Defensive stop number 1 for Timberlane. So they have to come up with 2 more to force Nashua for another field goal try.
They're a bit of a bend-don't-break defense.
This is a big series right here. It's 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter, and it's still a 14-14 game. Nashua trying to come up with the finisher here, the play, the magic play to get them back ahead. They were ahead 7-0. Fell behind 14-7. There's a swing pass. Armin McCray is going to be pulled down near the 10, and that counts as another big stop for Timberlane. Very short gain on the play, if any. Move the marker maybe a half yard, the length of a football on that gainer. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, and it is a third down play, 3rd and 8 to go. They can get a first down on the 1 or 9 yards for the touchdown. Ball on the 9-yard line. Farkas, quick glance to the sideline. He's got the play. 2 receivers split wide, right, 2 left, now in motion. That is a blocker. Thrown over and off the hands of number 10, Matt Valcourt. It's a 4th down. Another field goal will be tried by Cameron DeCecca. Senior kicker trots back on the field. His last attempt was either deflected or mishit and ended up underneath the crossbar.
It'll be about a 28-yard field goal.
28-yarder. He's got to kick it from left to right. He's a right-footed kicker. Makes it a little more difficult. There's the kick, and it is good.
Good.
Cameron DeCecca gives Nashua South the lead, 17-14. With 1:26 to go in the third quarter.
And the Timberlane Owls 14.
So Timberlane stingy on defense.
Still
but
impressive defensive stand for the most part.
Cameron DeCecca makes it in Nashua, the first Nashua lead since the first quarter.
Third quarter, check that. Exeter 14, Central 7.
These teams playing Division I schedule, Nashua South, and Division II schedule, Timberlane. So this is sort of a tune-up game for both teams. Next week, Nashua South is playing here next Friday night against Concord. That game also may be in the books by the time you view this.
Could be.
Actually, Nashua South opens the first 3 games of the season right here at Stellos in back-to-back Fridays. You have Timberlane tonight, Concord, and then Lowell will be up here on September 18th. An interstate game.
Yeah, a lot of teams are doing that this year.
Nashua North opening against Merrimack Saturday afternoon at Stellos. That's on September 5th. September 11th, they're at Manchester West on a Friday night, and then they will play on the next Saturday here at Stellos again on September 19th, a 1 o'clock game for North. Bishop Girton playing at Pinkerton tomorrow as we broadcast this. Kickoff fielded at the 30 and at the tackle at the 30, excuse me. Timberlane will take over 1st and 10.
Timberlane's offense really needs to do something right now. They can't continue to just get stopped. They've got to change something up. Try maybe some more screen passes, get Fury to the outside more because he's not getting anything going up the line. And Lawrence is doing a pretty good job rolling out. They can get Fury to the outside or get some of the other players involved. So maybe short passes. Might be able to get downfield a little bit.
Lawrence is going to hand off to Fury, still on his feet. breaks 2 or 3 tackles and falls forward for a gain of 5. So 5 hard-fought yards for Derek Fury. And it is a good first down carry for Timberlane.
And you can see there how hard it is really to bring him down.
Yes.
And I suppose if they keep doing that, they may wear down South's defense and he may be able to break one. And he's definitely capable of doing that.
On the near hash mark, Nate Lawrence, the junior quarterback for Timberlane, under center. He's got 3 receivers split to the right, and he hands it off up the middle. Looks like, is that Luke Willett? It is Luke Willett, number 29 for Timberlane. A gang tackle by Nashua. So after the first down gain of 5, they get 2 on the second down, 3 on the second down carry, and it'll bring up 3rd and 2. A key play for Timberlane.
This is their shortest third down play they've had all night.
Yep. As barring a penalty.
Yep.
We've seen a lot of those in the first half.
Those
not
were
in this
third
half.
And tens, and they.
Both teams have cleaned up the yellow flags here in the second half.
A little more disciplined.
Thankfully.
Football.
Timeout appears. And that is going to be charged to Timberlane. Their first timeout of the second half. Both teams get 3. That's their first by either team. Ball on the 38-yard line. So they're going to drop a play.
They're going to decide what to do.
I'm going to say I'm looking down the schedule. This is
actually, it's the end of the quarter is what that is.
Oh, it is the end of the third quarter. That caught me off guard.
Yeah, me too.
14.
That was a very quick quarter.
Yeah, it's 17-14. Nashua leads Timberlane. Yeah, a lot less penalties. It made it go fast.
Yep.
12 minutes of football remaining. They'll switch ends, and they'll do this 3rd down and 2. The Owls trying to keep possession of the ball, trailing by 3 after giving up the field goal to Nashua. That's South's first lead since the first quarter. Very interesting ball game. There were a lot of penalties in the first half, a lot of spectacular plays too. As Tim did the wrap-up here entering the second half, he pointed out that all 4 scores came when Nashua's offense was on the field, or close to that.
Pretty much.
There was the 2 big interceptions, one for a touchdown and one a run back very close to Nashua's end that turned into a touchdown pass by Nate Lawrence to Kevin Baker, deflected, kind of like one of those wild touch football games in the backyard where it's the last guy that has a chance to catch it, scoops it off the carpet. And so that's one you put in the highlight reel. But it's been a lot of quirky plays tonight.
Mm-hmm.
3rd and 2. Lawrence calling signals. Handoff up the middle. Fury plowing ahead, and he is close to the first down. It's going to be very close on the spot.
I'm going to say he probably didn't get it, but it will depend on.
Yeah, the marker is just on the outside of the stripe.
It looks like the linesman's foot.
The linesman's foot is right about where the marker is.
I think they're going to have to measure. They're going to measure it.
And they are going to miss our first measurement all night long.
It's going to be very close. Nope,
they're going to move it.
The first down.
Yeah. I didn't really see the big motion by the official on the field.
It's hard to see it from where we are.
Yeah. Usually they'll give you the dramatic first down because it was such a close call, but no, it's just a ho-hum. First down for Timberlane, not ho-hum if you're an Owls fan.
No,
that's a big play. They maintain possession. Trailing 17-14, ball at their own 40, 1st and 10 for Lawrence. Man in motion, rolling left with protection. He gets rid of it, and it is off the hands, intended for 44, Derek Fury, of course, and that was one that definitely he could have caught.
He could have caught that.
It was a really hard thrown pass.
It was
but
hard.
That's the pass that you got to catch.
You do, yeah. They got to be down a little more too. It was a little high, but.
Fortunately for Nashua, it goes off Fury's fingertips, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10. A well-designed rollout for Timberlane.
Yeah, that worked. That looked very good. Looked a very well-called play, well executed, except for the final part where the ball went off of Fury's hands.
Yep.
That is the type of play I think they're going to need to do if they want to keep their offense moving.
I-back formation for Timberlane. Receivers split left and right. Lawrence calling signals. Long snap count. He's going to hand it off to the deep man. Fury is up the right hash. He's got healthy second down yardage. Now, if that was a first down play, you'd be talking something, but it's a second down carry, and it's a gain of 5. They'll call it a gain of 6. Scoreboard. It's right in between. It's 5.5. Third down and about 4.5 or 5 here. Take your pick. It's another big third down play for Timberlane. They're still too far away to think about making this 2-down territory. There's a lot of time left, 10.5 minutes left in the game. So if they don't make this, I imagine they'd be punting unless they get very close to a first down. Timberlane's quarterback, junior quarterback Nate Lawrence, is going to drop back and throw it. Near side, complete. First down, drilled to the turf, but not before he gets 2 steps past the marker. And again, Timberlane, who were not able to come up with any first downs, I believe, in the first half, except for an interference call.
I've just had their third.
Here in the second half.
This is their second this drive. A great play. And I think it was number 2 that caught that.
I should have given that credit. You're right. That's Kevin Baker, who caught the touchdown pass earlier.
He's made 2 great catches tonight.
And a good throw that time by Lawrence on the rollout. 10 minutes exactly left to go in the ball game, barring a tie. Up to the line of scrimmage is Lawrence. 17-14, Nashua South leads by a field goal by Cameron DeCecca minutes ago. Fury up the middle. And some hard tackling by Nashua South. Fury definitely has got to be frustrated that he's had a minimum of breaking runs here tonight.
But looks like he's starting to maybe wear them down a little bit.
Well, that's interesting because you think a guy that's been gang tackled has carried the ball so much that he'd wear down first, but looks like a well-conditioned athlete at this point in the ball game. Like
I said, he put on 30 pounds, and that's...
But his coach said he hadn't lost a step, which is the key thing.
Yeah.
Fury is at the I-back. He's got Luke Willett as the fullback, and Lawrence calling the signals is going to roll out right. A naked bootleg. He'll throw it, and it is caught.
He caught it.
It is complete. That is a gain of about 6. That was a decent job of coverage by Nashua South, but an even better job by Nate Lawrence to get it to his receiver without a deflection. We'll call it third down and 4.
It was caught by 19. Dane Duemes, I think is how you pronounce that.
You know, I think this is where you got to look for Fury. Again, the figure in this play seems to be the pattern that at least every other play figures in it. Let's see what happens here.
There we go.
Fury's got it, and he is running for the first down or close to it. He's got it. The mark's going to give it to him. Well, Fury with a full head of steam that time.
That time you got to see his speed.
He wasn't about to be stopped.
Yeah, tonight most of the night you've seen his strength. Now you got to see his speed a little bit.
So this is a reason to be concerned for Scott Knight. We're under 10 minutes to go. 8 minutes and 10 seconds to go, and 17-14. South is clinging to a 3-point lead at this point. Ball in the near hash mark. Nate Lawrence, the junior quarterback, number 10 for the Owls, is under center, calling the signals. He will hand it off, a double handoff, and getting hit after a gain of about 5. Some trickery there by Timberlane, the guy that usually carries the ball. Fury handing it off almost immediately. And limping off the field, number 20, Nick Lawrence. But he has been limping a lot. His dad said he had that ankle problem coming into the game, so he's toughing it out.
Yep.
And he gets his team a 4-yard gain on first down, so it'll be 2nd and 6. The ball spotted on Nashua's 34. Timberlane with a sustained drive here in the fourth quarter, trailing by 3. Highly impressive. Lawrence calling the signals. He's going to throw it. He handed it off. And just running in place as he's tackled by 5 Nashua Panthers was Derek Fury. Fury's a good name for him. He just refuses to quit. And it's 7 minutes even to go in the ball game, barring a tie here. Nashua South coming into the game, the defending Division I champions, and they've gotten all they can handle from the Division II Timberlane Owls tonight. Deep into the ball game, Timberlane with a chance to go and tie this or possibly take the lead, depending on the outcome of this drive.
I would definitely say they're in 2-down territory right now.
Rolling left this way against the grain. Now he's going to tuck it under his arm at the 30. Puts his shoulder down. A big hit there. Nate Lawrence on number 51, Luke Beliveau. And so Beliveau able to bring down Lawrence shy of the first down, but Lawrence giving it out as much as he took on that tackle. 4th down and 3. Well, it seems to be too far for the field goal, maybe too close to punt. So there.
I think they're gonna go for it.
Yeah, it was a pretty easy decision for Kevin Fitzgerald, the head coach of Timberlane, to go for this. First down, 4th and 3. Ball is at the 30-yard line of Nashua. Talking to Kevin Baker, the receiver there. Timeout taken by Timberlane. They're going to talk it over. They had 2 timeouts remaining. 6.5 minutes to go in the ball game, trailing by 3 with a 4th and 3. They're going to talk this one over.
Big play. They've got a lot of options here, and they've shown a few different things during this drive. They've had a couple of plays to the outside. They've had the trick handoff there. They got them a few yards. Lawrence ran the ball a couple times very well. So they've got a lot of different options they can have here, and I think they're going to talk them over and look at different things. They got a chance to look at Nashua, how they lined up on defense there to see possibly what kind of defense they were going to show. Give them an idea of what they might want to try.
That's Tim O'Neill. I'm John Collins. Our cameraman tonight is Tim Janes. Our executive producer of Nashua ETV is Pete Johnson. We're looking forward to bringing you a bunch of high school football and other sporting contests through this fall and winter season here on Nashua's ETV.
Yeah, this fall, I think we're planning on doing a couple soccer games maybe, field hockey, volleyball.
Very nice.
I think it'll be during the week when North and South face each other for there.
And may every game be this kind of weather.
They have their little
not a chance, right? Well,
their week and a half, 2 week North and South battle.
It's the Friday night of Labor Day weekend as we broadcast this game. We realize you're watching it later on, but what a treat. This is a game worth watching. And even in, a week delay, it's a tight one, and it's gotten even tighter right now. 4th and 3. Nate Lawrence drops back. He rolls right. He's looking to throw it. He does throw it. It is intercepted by Nashua. Yes, hanging on to the ball. Number 51. That was 2 great plays in a row by Luke Beliveau. Beliveau was the young man that made the tackle on Nate Lawrence to stop him short of the first down moments ago.
There was a penalty on Nashua South. I didn't see what it was.
Did not see that flag.
I don't know if it came before or after the interception.
And we will await that decision. Did it come before or after the interception by Luke Beliveau? Push.
Oh, it was a roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer.
Oh, that's
huge.
Oh, that is bad.
I confess I took my eyes off of Nate Lawrence after he let go of that ball. Apparently he took a hard hit after releasing that ball.
It's a 15-yard penalty, too. First new set of downs, 15 yards.
Wow.
That you don't want to do that on a 4th down play like that. And even if they didn't intercept the ball, they would have got the ball back anyway.
Well, that fierce pass rush, a double-edged sword there for Nashua. Obviously, they didn't pull up in time. They forced a bad throw, but the finish was penalized for roughing the passer. And that passer, Nate Lawrence, is back under center, trying to come up with the equalizer. A fresh set of downs. Spectacular tackle. Was that Beliveau again? That was number 43 on the tackle. Credit Dimitri Venitos, one of the senior tri-captains for Nashua South, with a big stop there in the backfield just about. No gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. Those are the kind of tackles that hurt, too. If you're a running back, you're tripped up and you come slamming down, knees first.
Out. It's the sort of thing that makes your eyeballs pop out of your head.
5:50 to go in the ball game. 17-14, Nashua clinging to a 3-point lead. 2nd and 10, the pitch is to Fury, trying to get outside. He is to the 15, and he's out of bounds at about the 11. Maybe a gain of 4 when he turned the corner. Derek Fury.
And there you saw his speed again, getting to the outside. I mean, he was heavily pursued. They looked like they could have had him in the backfield.
Getting up very slowly. was the tackler on that play. It looks like they're going to substitute for him and give him a breather. Is that Haskell coming off with just a slight limp? I think he was the worst for wear there, getting that Fury down to the turf. So it's 3rd and 6. That was a gain of 4 on 2nd down by Fury. Ball is at the 11. It's a 3-point game, just about into field goal range right now already. Is Timberlane plowing ahead? That looked like Willett.
I think it was Willett. Yeah.
Luke Willett, number 29.
Don't think
Where
they
will
got
they
the
spot
first
it?
down, but that was a play, I think.
You're right, they're 2 yards shy.
Part of the intention there also, since they got a good kicker and he's been kicking the ball really well, they wanted to get the ball in the middle of the field, which is pretty much what they did.
They're going to try to tie with a kick?
They're going to try and kick, yep.
You're right, there he is. The holder is Kevin Baker, I believe. He has been excellent in that capacity. We saw him take a high snap earlier and get it down so that the kicker here, Jared Diorio, the junior, this timeout is going to be called. It says it's indicating by the visitors, but I don't know.
No, South called the timeout.
South called the timeout?
Yep.
Okay.
I think that's their first.
Oh, visitors have the football. That's what that symbol is. Doesn't mean timeout is by the home team. That's the dot on the right, on the left side.
Yeah, well, that scoreboard doesn't. It just says timeouts left 0. So.
Right.
We'll try and. I'm pretty sure this is Nashua South's first timeout
of this half. Yes, it is.
It is.
And they're trying to ice the kicker.
Yeah.
If they wait a month, it would work. But tonight is a beautiful Friday night on Labor Day weekend.
They need to try and sweat him. He's got both his extra points were booming ones. In fact, one of them there was a penalty and he was taken 10 yards back. It was probably about a 30-yard kick, and it cleared the uprights.
He's got the leg, in other words, to do this. And let's see.
From where their extra point was further back than where this kick is going to be. No, they're not kicking it now.
They are going for it. 4th down and 2. Rolling out, in trouble and down. Oh, that was nearly a late hit, but they will let it go. Nate Lawrence ran out of running room. Terrific speed and pursuit by the Nashua defense, sacking the quarterback in a big, big play here, deep in the ball game. 4:55 to go, and 17-14. Instead of trying to kick that field goal to tie the game, Tim, they went for it. And it blew up in their faces.
Their kicker just has impressed me with his kicks tonight, and I don't see why they didn't try for it. They would have been in the same situation. In fact, the ball wouldn't even be that far downfield. I don't think. It would have been, I think they take it to the 20.
Anybody else? Do we have anybody else on the assist on the tackle? Haskell and...
There's about 5 minutes left in the game. Nashua South can put a pretty good drive on here. They're going to win.
Farkas puts it under his arm, and he's going to be wrestled to the turf by Ryan Lynch, number 3, the defensive back coming up to make the hit on the Nashua quarterback. This is a drive where you can put the game away if you hang out to the football. 4.5 minutes to go in the ball game.
Timberlane only has 1 timeout left, so if they're going to run the ball, that's going to eat up a lot of the clock.
On that key play, we're trying to ascertain who was responsible for the big sack on Lawrence, and Nick Haskell is one of the names that was in on that gang tackle. And I'm sure the film will yield the rest. Feather in the cap with the Nashua defense there, the biggest play of the night when they needed it. Farkas, handoff. And up there for the first down and more. Churning and holding his right leg. Not good. At the end of that terrific run, an injury to the ball carrier.
He's grabbing his knee, it looks like. Or his calf, maybe. Could be cramping. It looks like he might be cramping up. They're trying to stretch it.
I hope that's what it is, just a cramp. And you might be right.
It's a humid night. It's sort of night.
You might be right, Tim, and I hope that's all it is, because if it's a cramp, he'll be okay in a matter of minutes, but he's...
maybe not. They're carrying him off.
They're going to carry him off. That's Dylan Berry, sophomore? Or was it Dimitri?
It was 42.
42.
Dylan Berry, yep. I think it was done.
It looked like 42.
Yeah. I think that was his first carry of the game.
Wow. Unfortunate.
Yeah, they look to be stretching his legs. So,
but he got the first down. It's 1st and 10. Farkas is going to pitch it, and he is tackled in the backfield. A terrific job of sniffing out the option and bringing Armin McCray down. Appler on the tackle. We've seen Timberlane come up with those big plays tonight. Alper, A-L-P-E-R, is a senior defensive back in the backfield of Nashua to blow up that option play. It's 2nd and 17, folks, here at the 26-yard line. 3.5 minutes to go. Not out of the question that Timberlane could get this back. It's a run right. And just stopping him in the deep backfield, Timberlane just shy of the first down. So a surprisingly successful 2nd down running play, a sweep right, student body right it appeared, and Timberlane almost let him go for a breaker.
They pick up this first down.
Only 2 yards to go here, 3rd and 2 suddenly. Farkas hands off to McCray. McCray is going to fall forward, and he is within inches of the first down. Within inches. I'm going to say this looks like a measurement here.
Yep, they're going
to call the sticks out. But it looks to be about, they guess, a half a football short. Then bring those chains over and measure exactly what it is. But
it looks to be a little short.
Just eyeballing it on the far sideline. Oh, maybe it's right there. Looks good, Gary? Yeah. It is, right in the middle of the football. Good call. First down for Nashua, and a big one.
That's a big first down.
We're just under the 3-minute mark. 2:56 to go in the ball game. If Nashua can keep the ball, they'll keep the lead and win the ball game. It's 17-14. The difference in this one, a second half field goal, and that's it.
That's the only scoring we've seen this half. That's impressive.
It is. By the defenses on both teams.
Has definitely shown us something, and I think they're showing the people in Division II something as well.
Pass to the left.
Oh, risky pass, I think, but.
And spinning for the first down, and Moore still on his feet to the 40 before he's tackled at about the 38-yard line.
37-yard line. Moore's taken down by number 36. Assisting on the tackle, number 30, Ryan Lynch.
We had Haskell as the announced receiver. It is a big gain for Nashua. 1st and 10, 38-yard line. 2:20 to go. The clock is running here in the 4th quarter of play. Nashua trying to cement this victory by hanging onto the football and continuing this drive. Timberlane's got a couple of timeouts remaining. The Farkas in the shotgun. A little bit of miscommunication there in the backfield. Turns into a rugby scrum and moves forward enough for Nashua to gain a few yards on the first down play.
And they looks like Timberlane's taking their last timeout there.
It looked like Farkas and McCray collided in the backfield on that.
A bit of miscommunication. Someone missed their handoff.
So you're right. Timberlane trying to stop the running clock here. 2:05 to go. This will be their last best chance to get the ball back and stall this drive. 2nd and 8.
Well, the defense has done a good job at stopping them in key moments. They can do it now.
It would have been very interesting if they followed your advice and trotted that field goal kicker out there. For Timberlane.
I think they should have.
How far was that? Was it about 30-yarder at that point?
Yeah, it looked about that.
Makeable, though, from his leg that we had seen so far tonight.
They were on the 10-yard line, I think. 9-yard line.
9-yard line. Okay, so 29. No, 19 is the 10 yards, and then 7 more. Yeah, like
it would have been about a 25, I think maybe.
25, 26-yarder.
Yeah. So
2nd and 8. 2:05 to go. Farkas shotgun. Handoff, hit in the backfield and wrestles to the turf was Haskell.
Oh boy, there's another timeout on the way. I guess they had.
difficult to see the number of that Timberlane player that made the stiff hit in the backfield on Haskell.
There's another timeout, and it's a Timberlane one, so he must have miscounted.
No, I think they had 2 left, and they just used them in succession.
Oh, one of the timeouts we thought was the end of the quarter. That's what that
right,
was.
exactly.
That's what that was. So,
yeah.
okay. So, let's go. Okay, wow.
That will probably do it for their timeouts. 3rd and 10, 1:58 to go.
So they can.
This is the ball game, basically.
Yeah, they can stop them here. Their defense has made some big stops.
Timeout on the field. 17-14. Nashua leads Timberlane. All the touchdowns were scored in the first half. It was a field goal here by Nashua in the second half. 17-14, that's the difference. Nashua trying to hang on the ball. Farkas, quick pass over the middle. It is complete and just driven to the turf, shy of the first down. Ryan Lynch with the stop for Timberlane on the tackle of Haskell. And so this is a decision for Scott Knight.
I would think you'd go for it here.
It's as good as a punt at this point. Yep. He's deep in Timberlane territory. Ball's at the 28-yard line. 4th and 1. Jumping offside and maybe giving them the first down. I believe someone
moved, but if they stopped the play, it would be an offensive call.
And
no,
so
they're moving it forward.
Timberlane jumps offside, and basically that's a waste of 2 timeouts.
That penalty cost the game. Basically just do one play and then just kneel it down.
1st and 10, and no way for Timberlane to stop the clock. So this is it. It was a white-knuckle ball game for a long time tonight. But Nashua can just take a knee a few times here and run out the clock. And they're going to throw it. There's a flag. I don't know what that was for. It looked like a clean tackle, a shoestring tackle of number 21, Nick Pulio. But we'll see what the call is from the official. Interesting that they would throw that, Tim.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah, he's picking the flag up, so.
He's picking it up. .105 to go. That did stop the clock momentarily anyway to decide what about the flag. Under a minute to go. 2nd down. Farkas looking to the sideline. I could signal this one in.
Yeah.
Hold it.
2
hands. Take a knee. They stay in the shotgun because that's what they're comfortable with. Armin McRae is going to dance his way down the right sideline.
Did he get out of bounds?
Yeah, he did. They just stopped the clock. 36 seconds to go. The clock stops. 3rd and 7 becomes.
I repeat, this is not the NFL.
No, this is not the NFL. If you take a knee.
He got the first down, so they stopped the clock.
The talk shows would be full of talk on that lateral pass, wouldn't it?
They stopped the clock and moved the chains because he got the first down. So this is going to be the kneel down now.
Yeah, this is it.
And that's the game right there.
And with 30 seconds left to go, that's it. The Timberlane coaches are wrapping things up here in the booth. So 20 seconds and counting, and no need to run another play. The handshakes have already begun down on the field between Timberlane and Nashua.
Although Timberlane comes away with a loss, I don't think they can come away too disappointed. Their defense played an excellent game, especially in the second half.
That was as close to a tie ball game without being a tie ball game that I have ever seen,
Very
Tim.
easily could have been.
Yeah.
They decided to go for the field goal there. I think they probably would have got it. And we'd be looking at overtime right now.
Nashua escapes with a lot of positives here. Number one, they won the game. Number two, they got a lot of mistakes out of the way.
Yep.
And number three, the season really hasn't, the Division I season hasn't started yet. And so it was a learning experience all around for Scott Knight's Nashua Purple Panthers. They will be playing next weekend here against Concord in September 11. On September 18, they'll be hosting Lowell, and then their first road game will be at the Little Green of Manchester Central on September 25. So that'll be interesting. That is a Friday night in Manchester. That'll be a tough test for the defending Division I champions. Tim, you have the scoring summary right in front of you. I know because you did the first half, and it hadn't changed too much since then.
Not too much. The only difference was a field goal by Cameron DeCecca. And what was that? What, about a 30-yard field goal, I think is what I said it was. 30-yard field goal by Cameron DeCecca. What was that? Towards the end of the third quarter there. And that was the only scoring we saw this whole half.
Amazing.
Very surprising. I mean, Nashua South came out there. They moved the ball at will pretty much until they got into Timberlane territory and were not able to do anything else with it.
Tremendous credit goes to the Timberlane defense, because you would think after that first half, when they were on the field for most of the first half, that they would have been tired in the second half. There were no signs of that. They came up with some terrific plays. They played even harder and kept this in a stalemate for most of the 48 minutes. So as Tim said, the big difference in the game, the right foot of Cameron DeCecca for a three-pointer that was the difference. He missed one earlier, whether it was deflected or was mishit. It didn't go through. He got a second chance, and he made good on it. Unfortunately for Timberlane's kicker, who showed a strong leg on both of his extra point conversions,
did not get a chance to tie the game.
Jared Diorio was not called upon for the 26-yarder, where they could have tied it up 17-all. And all I can think of is maybe perhaps Coach Fitzgerald thought that was their best chance to win, to sustain that momentum on that drive and to go ahead by 4 points.
Since this game doesn't really count in the standings, it might have been just a good idea to get his team in a game-winning situation.
Going for a 2-pointer instead of a tie when, at the end of a game, they went for a first down on short yardage. It was 4th and 3, I believe, and what a terrific job by Nick Haskell and the gang tacklers that sacked Nate Lawrence way behind the line of scrimmage on 4th and 3 to basically prevent. I think Timberlane really never saw the football after that. So then Nash was able to sustain that game-killing drive and win the ball game. So, Tim, it's been a pleasure to do this first game of the year with you.
Good to see you again, John.
Have a safe drive to the Cape and back.
Thank you.
And we will see you at the next broadcast on Nashua's ETV. I'm John Collins, along with Tim O'Neill, our executive producer, Pete Johnson, our fine cameraman upstairs, Mike Janes, capturing all the video, the important stuff here on Nashua's ETV. Please come back and join us for our next high school football or other sporting broadcast here on Nashua's ETV later in the fall. Good night from Stellos Stadium, everybody.